Hello. Can you hear me?
What's going on,
Good.
guy?
Just checking. Oh yeah, you all right?
Yes, always blessed. What are you
Let's
drinking
wait
there,
for a few
Captain
more
Smith?
people to join, and then we can get
Nothing
started with the
exciting.
AMA.
Just Pepsi.
Yep.
Sounds like a plan. I'll wait till this is
He's-
done, then have a few beers.
he said nothing, just Pepsi. Good stuff, man. We are gonna give it a couple more minutes, and then we will get started, guys.
Sounds like a plan. Let's chicken QA as well.
All right, guys. We will get started in one more minute. A couple of people just messaged me and said to wait up. They're about to get on.
Yeah,
Yep,
no
that's
worries.
perfect.
Okay, guys. Let's go ahead and get started. I don't want to keep you guys here all day. I know you guys are busy man, and a lot of stuff to do for a successful launch this Friday. So first and foremost, we appreciate that. Thank you guys for taking your time. Uh, Again, guys, my name is Crypto Addicto. Disclaimer: I am not part of the core team. I will be hosting this AMA. So if you guys have any questions, concerns, any of that sort, please post them on the chat. If you don't feel comfortable putting your name out there, send them to me privately, and we will get this going. So, guys, thank you so much again for doing this AMA. It's definitely definitely a comfortable, comforting to know that you guys are willing to take the time, talk about the project, updating us on a couple different things. So,
Yeah, absolutely.
what's been new ever since last Monday, guys? That you guys would probably want to bring up any updates on the project itself.
One of the main things is that we've done a lot more testing, both on testnet and on mainnet. And so far the contract is performing as we expect, and everything is
Awesome.
working as we want it to. There's some last little bits and pieces that we also want to test to just make sure that everything works as we intend for it to. And that's it as far as testing is concerned. Another new thing that most of you have probably noticed by now is the website, which was released about 12 hours ago. If you haven't
Beautiful, by
checked
the
it
way.
out,
I don't mean to
please.
interrupt you, but it's beautiful.
Thank you.
All the
All
credit goes to
credit
Lee.
to Lee and his design. So
Yeah, very, very clean. Very impressed, guys. I will say that.
thank you. Cheers. In terms of
I'm
other
sorry.
updates, I mean, yeah,
Go
we've
ahead.
just
I'm
been
sorry.
working
I
on the
wasn't trying to
contract
cut you off.
itself and just making sure that everything's going to work smoothly and perfectly for launch. Obviously, given the state of a number of tokens as of late, it's important we get this right and it's important we get that process correct. So we're just rigorously going over this and making sure that it's absolutely 100%.
Very much appreciated. So since you guys are already touching on the contract, right? With the various testing that you guys are doing, and obviously it's no secret, right? With all these scams, rug pulls, everything else that's going on, you know, how will you itself, like the contract, like what procedure or what are you going to be doing in a sense to prevent bots from wrecking launch, snipers from doing what they do? What will you be doing on the back end to prevent all of that stuff from going down, and then also to make sure that it is a clean launch, to make sure that it isn't a benefit for each and every one of the investors that will be investing with your token?
In
Right.
terms,
You want to answer that, or you want me to answer that?
I can answer it. It's fine.
Okay.
In terms of bots and snipers, we're going to take multiple precautions. One of which is going to be we're going to have an anti-bot system, which will, and snipers as well, which will blacklist all wallets that purchase the token on, like, right after it is listed on Uniswap, available for purchasing. If you're a regular investor without any malicious intent, you don't have to worry about getting blacklisted, because by the time we share the contract with you on Telegram and Discord and all these places, it will be safe to buy. Only the people who find the contract through either scan and through similar places before it's actually announced, the people who would otherwise be getting an unfair advantage, those are the people and bots and snipers who will actually get blacklisted. Additionally, there's going to be a GWAI limit, so gas limit, because what bots usually do, and front-running bots as well, they basically increase the GWAI to like 1,000 and make their transaction right before you, before everyone really, because they're willing to pay that massive gas price in order to get that quick 10x on their investment and then dump on everyone on launch. This is a really common thing that happens on launch with tokens, and having a GWAI limit should majorly reduce it, especially because we're not going to announce the GWAI limit until the actual launch, so people will be unable to configure their bots. Another thing is we're going to have a max transaction and a max wallet, so a single wallet will not be able to just spam 10 transactions on a single block or something and buy up a massive amount of the supply. Additionally, a single wallet address will not be able to perform more than one transaction per block. So this should also take care of front-running bots who just buy before you and sell right after you buy. In terms of the launch being clean and fair for everybody, obviously eliminating bots and snipers will level the playing ground for everyone. Additionally, the limit on max purchase will prevent people from buying up a massive amount of the supply quickly before other people can get in. And because of the large amount of people that we have on Discord and on Telegram, we expect a lot of people to be looking to get into the token really early, which will also cause the price to raise really quickly and additionally prevent single people from accumulating a massive amount of the supply through multiple transactions and multiple wallets and whatnot. This is it.
Thank you, Johan. I think you wanted to add something, Jarian, or did he pretty much summed it all up? Because I was noting a lot of information.
I actually wanted to say some things. Johan said pretty much everything.
Awesome. That's really good, guys. That's really good. I mean, what I'm hearing, you guys sound extremely confident in what you guys are doing. So that's definitely reassuring, right? So I can definitely say, me as an investor, I really look forward to it because it just makes me feel a lot more comfortable buying at launch with all these measures that you guys are taking. So thanks, guys. We really do appreciate that. So question for you, and I don't think we really touched base on this last time. So it's a good follow-up question. Regarding to launch, we're launching on Friday. Everything is good to go. What are your plans, or what can you give us, whether it's a sneak peek, as far as your marketing plans for launch and then so on the first week? Because everybody knows that first week is very, very crucial. So I would just like to get a little more information from you guys.
Okay, so now it's my turn. So in terms of marketing, we have lots of plans, to be honest. We plan to get YouTubers on board, like serious YouTubers who can do great marketing for us. Also, we're planning to buy Dexter's banner just after launch. So we're gonna inquire just Dexter's just after launch about this. Also, we're gonna hire few shillers from other Telegram groups. There are plenty of good groups that can do some stuff, do shilling for us. And we also think about few Twitter influencers. We don't have a list yet. We have initial list for YouTubers, but we're working on Twitter influencers.
And then obviously
Awesome.
we're also going to have CoinMarketCap application submitted and CoinGecko application submitted. Whether we're going to submit those applications on the first week, we aren't sure yet. We're going to go by the state of the chart and the community spirit and all these things. And also
Awesome.
to touch upon on the Dexter's banner, we're looking to buy it right after launch when we get the marketing funds, but it probably won't be live for a few weeks because Dexter's is actually really fully booked for quite some time in the future.
Yeah, definitely. They're definitely feeling the holidays over there. That's for sure. No, good stuff, man. That's really good information. Thank you. Again, everything looks really good. The fact that you guys are staying organized, definitely another reassuring thing. Have you guys talked about as a team, right? Obviously, you guys have the marketing, the anti-bot measures, everything that goes smooth with launch. Have you guys talked as a team as far as what exchanges you guys would like to list on first or any of that sort?
We're looking at listing on decentralized exchanges at first, such as ShibaSwap and SataMask. Why are we not looking at listing on centralized exchanges? For one, we obviously have all the taxes, and many exchanges don't like taxes, centralized exchanges that is. And additionally, on centralized exchanges, people will be able to buy unlimited amounts, so the transaction limit and the wallet limit will not be valid on there. So we would like to stay away from centralized exchanges for a good amount of time until we feel like we have built a solid foundation and a floor for the token. so that whale impact will be minimized basically once we do list on centralized exchanges.
Thank you. I appreciate that, Johan.
Welcome.
I caught something that you said right there about, making sure you guys are good, marketing wallet's being built up. The marketing wallet itself, I know that in a lot of other projects, right? And now we're not going to name any projects here, but with the marketing wallet, a lot of people are afraid that, one of the devs might walk away with it, drain it, etc. Do you guys have any measures as far as, ensure the marketing wallet will stay intact?
Yep, we do. We have a few actually. The first one of which is the fact that the marketing wallet is not in our native token in Kounotori. Instead, our marketing wallet will be in Ethereum. So even if we were to walk away with all the budget in the marketing wallet, it will not affect the chart. It will not affect your money that you have invested or anything like that. Furthermore, the marketing funds will most likely be stored on our Genosis safe, the multi-signature wallet, which requires 4 of us to sign. It's 4 out of 5, and one of the people on the multi-signature is actually Cat himself. And if anyone knows him, you probably know that he's really unlikely to agree to anything malicious.
Yeah. So Genosis is definitely safe, but it can also be a pain in the butt. So for you guys to take that type of measure, that means that you guys are definitely taking it seriously. And then obviously with Cat, right? For some of you guys that don't know, Cat is a pretty big name in crypto. He's very well known, mostly for his work at Shift. Yeah, no, that's definitely that's definitely reassuring, man. I mean, I know definitely Cat's not gonna walk away with nobody's money. Yeah. So, good stuff, man. Good stuff. How did you guys come up with this whole Genosis thing? Like, like, was there any other things involved as far as how you guys wanted to handle marketing, or was that just kind of like a no, guys, we have to do Genosis, and here's the reason why?
We are actually saying about Genosis since day one. We always knew we want Genosis just to make that fund safe as possible. So it was never that we don't want that Genosis.
Yeah, considering
I think as sort of. Oh, sorry, Johan.
Go on.
All I was going to say is I think from our website, a big thing for us is transparency and building upon that in our tokenomics and everything involved with our token, basically. So, yeah, this was day one. As soon as we came up with a concept for KTO, multi-sig had to be in place, as well as docs developers. That was we couldn't get away from that at all. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's awesome, guys. That's really good to hear. Now, last week we had touched up on KYC. Has any of that changed, or are you guys still going to move forward with KYC registering?
We are going to move forward with KYC registering. The actual application for it will likely be submitted right after launch. Reason being, we want to avoid actually deploying the contract or making the contract address discoverable in any way. Again, to prevent snipers, bots, and so on finding it before everyone else and getting an unfair advantage.
Good deal, man. Good deal. And I'm sure you guys have answered this, right? But I just had a message on my inbox. And don't worry, friend, you will remain anonymous. How long are you guys going to lock the liquidity for everybody to hear right now on this AMA?
It's going to be at least 1 year, but if we're going to get longer option from Unicrypt, it's going to be longer option. So we're ready to lock it even for 1,000 years.
Yep.
Yeah.
Perfect.
If it's possible.
Perfect. And how soon will you guys be locking the liquidity after launch, guys?
Just after launch.
Yeah, as soon as the launch has happened and we've made sure everything is working, like max transaction is in place and it's working, the reflections are working, the marketing wallet is acquiring funds. As soon as all of that is, we've made sure is working as intended, we're locking the liquidity right away after that. There's no reason to not lock it, really.
Awesome. Good to hear. And I know a couple people pointed out that you guys had released your version 2 of the light paper. Could you guys tell us a little bit of those updates for some of us that have not read it?
So the main thing in the version 2 is the roadmap update, as the original roadmap was, well, it was a draft, basically. We've had a lot more thought on the current roadmap, and we've updated it accordingly. Additionally, we've also made slight changes to the tokenomics in terms of actual distribution at launch. The burn will remain as it was 40% of the total supply. The team tokens are going to be 9.5%, split between 11 people. And then the actual liquidity will be 50.5% of the total supply.
Awesome. Good stuff, man. I see a question on the chat by NFT Ash Sharon, and I'm sorry if I butchered that name, buddy. Can we expect NFTs or any gaming further down the road?
I mean, we don't really have plans for NFTs and games for now. We would like to rather focus on our staking platform, to be honest.
But yeah, once we finish our staking platform, we will be looking at engaging in other, like, further developments of Kounotori. We're not just going to stop there.
Yeah, we're interested in building it as a brand, but yeah, initially, especially, we'll be fully focused on delivering a good staking platform with all the benefits that we've discussed on the website, and more to come once we've confirmed everything. So,
thank you, Captain Smith. I just had another question in my inbox. Friend, you will remain anonymous. For some of us that don't know out there, you guys had mentioned that you guys are holding a certain percent. Is that just between developers, or is that developers and admins?
The actual developers, the core team. So basically, us four, we're going to be holding 1.5% each of the total supply, and then moderators and some other of the team members are going to be getting 0.5% each, and all of those tokens will be sent to our Genosis safe at launch, and then from the Genosis safe we're going to lock them to Unicrypt in a vested fashion for 12 months, so they will be released linearly over 12 months, and we will withdraw the released amount once every month and then distribute it to all the addresses of, like, our addresses and the moderators and so on.
Perfect. And you answered the other question that he just sent as well, as far as locking. No, that's good stuff, man. And when it comes to you guys locking the stuff, I'm sure that you guys will be showing the proof of you guys locking the tokens, correct?
Yep.
Yeah, definitely.
We will link it, you will be able to see it on Unicrypt, everything.
Awesome, man. That's really good stuff to hear. Let's see. I have another question for you guys that was just sent to my inbox. So, with everything that's going on right now, guys, right? It seems like there's a new project literally every other minute. Some are good, some are not so good, right? Some are legit, some are definitely not. So, you know, with you guys being on camera right now, you know, and new investors are looking at this project, why should they buy your token? Like, what separates you from everybody else? And why should a new investor buy your token on launch?
Personally,
well, I'm hoping. Sorry, Jan. After you.
I just wanted to say that personally, I feel like because this is our first project that we actually work on in the core team, and we have been only in the position of investors until now. We're basically striving to create the project and the token that we would feel most comfortable to invest into. With the multi-signature wallet, with the locking of tokens, with the locking of liquidity, and so on.
Yeah, and hopefully from an investor's point of view, you can see that we've taken our time with this. We haven't rushed out a launch. We've actually delayed our launch significantly so that we were able to get all these tests done, make sure everything's right on launch. And hopefully you can see as well that we've thought about the brand. We haven't just made another dog thing. We're trying to create something innovative and something that stands out. So hopefully investors can see that looking at the website.
Thank you, Captain Smith. Thank you, Joanne. I just have another question right now. With the logos that you guys have on the new website and just in general on your banner, will you guys be facing any type of copyright infringement, or is it all good to go?
These logos are actually created by Bug, and all branding and all graphics are created by Bug. So we're not gonna have any copyright issues.
Yep.
All built from scratch. I think he posted somewhere on Discord actually the actual files of it as well when someone asked this. So yeah, all good on that front.
Definitely good to go. It relieves a lot of the investors from a huge headache down the road, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
This is really good stuff, guys. I really appreciate that. And I'm not sure if you just need Jerry, but bless you. So guys, for you guys listening right now in this AMA, do you guys have any questions for the team? They are ready to roll. They are ready to answer. And please do not be shy. And again, if you guys don't want to ask it straightforward, just send it to me, and we are good to go.
Yeah, I have a question for you guys. So you guys kind of explained the difference between you and other coins based on what you're doing to protect our money. But when it comes to utility, besides the staking, what else is going to be something that makes you stand out? Because a lot of coins have staking as well. So I'm just curious as to what else you guys are doing besides that. They're going to make this coin have a unique value proposition compared to any other coin.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna answer that. So basically, we don't want to create just normal staking like other tokens create. So they just have 10% in their staking wallet. They give you 1-2% for holding it for a year or something. We actually want to work with many different projects and give them opportunity to stake their tokens on our platforms and give people better returns than anywhere else. So that's our main goal. We want to create big ecosystem with all the tokens earning on our platform.
Thank you for your question, Kayvon. Does that answer your question, bro, or would you like to add on?
No, I mean, it answers me. So just the staking, the difference is going to be multiple things to be staked on there. I do think some other companies are already doing that as well. That's why I was curious as to what else would you guys think down the line. I think it's a great idea. I was just curious as to what else there might be besides the staking platform in general.
Yeah, like we said before, for now we're just focusing on staking platform. We're definitely gonna do some marketing for token itself, but for now we just really want to focus on staking platform and nothing else, to be honest.
Yeah, and after we're done with the staking platform, we're entirely open to expanding the brand into different fields. Whether that's going to be NFTs, gaming, we haven't decided yet because that's far in the future. We're trying to keep our focus on the staking platform at the moment. And the staking platform itself, we're trying to bring out something on the Ethereum blockchain that doesn't really exist at the moment. There's many staking platforms, and as you said yourself, there's already platforms that offer multiple tokens being staked. There's also platforms that offer high returns and so on. We're trying to get all of this together into one single platform. And as for the utility of this particular token, Kounotori, this token will have the highest returns on the staking platform from any of the other tokens, so people will obviously be incentivized to buy, hold, and stake it.
Got it. Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you so much for your question, friend. Does anybody in the community have a question for the Kounotori dev team? I do have a question myself, though.
Yeah.
So, touching on the staking itself, are you guys going to do, because I know there's different platforms, right, that do staking and it has to be locked for a certain amount of time. And there's platforms that you can stake it, but then you can unstake it. Where are you guys going to go with Kounotori and the staking platform itself?
I think we're gonna actually give people both options, so they can just lock tokens for like 3-6 months and get better return, or they just can stake it and on without any lock to unstake it at any time, and it will give them a bit smaller return. So yeah, we were thinking about it, and we actually want to give people both options.
Perfect. Thank you. All right, guys. Does anybody else have a question for the team?
I'm reading a question from the Discord. A person is asking whether they need to use a slippage of 49% on launch, because normal slippage will cause the transactions to fail due to the price moving too quickly. It's not set in stone, so if you use a slippage of 10 or 15%, your transaction might go through, but the chances of it failing due to the sudden price fluctuations is much higher. But then again, even if using slippage of 49.9%, because of all the people that are going to be buying at the same time, the chance of a transaction failing is still going to be considerably high at launch.
Thank you, John. Guys, any other questions for the team itself?
Yeah, we have actually a few questions on Discord. So every project will have its weakness. I wanted to know what sort of weakness do you guys think the project currently has that you have acknowledged and are working on countering or strengthening? Example, because of some trace of KTO or concerns with how it will be handled, you strengthen it by doxing yourself. So I don't think we have any weakness for now. I think that weaknesses will come over time, and we're gonna have to learn how to fight with them. Because for now, we've got pretty much everything sorted out. So I know later stage we're gonna have fats. We're gonna have people complaining that something is going wrong. So I think for now we're on really good stage, but it will come over time. What was that?
Don't worry about it.
Thank you, Jaren. Do you guys have any other questions on the Discord itself?
Could I ask another question?
Yeah, of course.
Go ahead,
Yeah,
Frank.
sure.
Yeah, I just wanted to get some clarification on the launch, stealth launch. I know that you guys said that you guys would be releasing some timeframes. I'm just curious, is that going to be the day of, the day before, just so I'm aware when to like kind of check?
The actual time frame of the release will be released on Wednesday or Thursday at the latest.
Yeah, we'll give a rough time frame, but yeah, we want to keep it a stealth launch, of course. But at the same time, we don't want you to be sitting at your computer all day.
Yeah.
So yeah, we will give a rough time frame just to help you guys out. But yeah,
And someone on Discord is asking that even though the token is launching, it doesn't mean that they should be buying right away because of the anti-bot measures. Uh, as long as you buy after we have announced the contract and given you the contract on Discord, Telegram, Twitter, or any other of our social media platforms, you're going to be safe to buy. The only time when you need to worry about it is if you found the contract off of somewhere else, like either Scan or some other place. In that case, you might get blacklisted, and you most likely will. Additionally, we don't have the power, the code doesn't have a function allowing us to manually blacklist whoever we want to. Many tokens decide to have such a function, so they can blacklist any bots and snipers that are supposedly going to make it past the launch protection. But instead we decided to not have that manual blacklisting, because to us as investors it has always been a little worrying to know that the developers can literally blacklist any and all wallets at any one time.
Thank you, Johan. I have a question that just came to me. So with hey, what's going on, NFT? So with the KYC register, what platform are you guys using? And will it actually be legit? So just excuse the last part. I think they're just trying to be ensured that this will be right. So which platform will you guys be using for KYC?
Actually, we're planning to use Solid Proof for the KYC, but in reality we're open to using multiple platforms, even if that would reassure the community more. If you have any suggestions or know of any reputable KYC platforms or services, please let us know. Tag us on Discord, tag us on Telegram, and we're definitely going to look into it and consider it. Again, we're trying to make this as legit and as transparent as possible.
So NFT got on camera. I imagine that he has a question for you guys.
Sure. Hello, guys, and I thank you very much for your due diligence on everything that you've done for this token.
Thank you.
Question.
Yep.
So upon purchasing the token itself, will I be able to stake it the same day?
The actual staking platform we're looking to have it completed and ready to launch in the second quarter of next year. So you will not be able to stake it right away at purchasing the token now. However, once you purchase the token, you're going to instantly start earning reflections on it. So any transactions that happen on the token, be it sales or buys, they're going to get taxed 3% for reflections, and then those 3% are going to be distributed between all holders, respective of how much they actually hold. And that percentage will actually keep increasing it over time until it eventually reaches 9%.
All right, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
And really looking forward to this takeoff.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Indeed.
NFT, thank you, friend. I have another question for you guys. And yes, friend, he told me to keep it anonymous. You will be anonymous, my friend. How can you guys guarantee higher returns from the staking platform that you guys will provide compared to others?
Jerian, you want to take that?
I mean, we basically want to create something like cake on BSC. So it's gonna be second token that will be our staking platform will be minting, and we're gonna also give people percentage return, really good return percentage for providing liquidity. So in my opinion, we can provide quite good returns on the staking platform. We don't know all details for now because for now we just focusing fully on launch. But after launch, me and Johan we're gonna find devs and we're gonna start working on it. So we're gonna give people more details about it and white paper with all details. Probably after launch, yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, basically, our plan is to create something like PancakeSwap staking on Ethereum, because their returns are
Yes.
really high compared to any returns available on the Ethereum blockchain.
Thank you, guys. Really good answer. Does anybody else in the community have a question for the team, guys? Do not be shy. Get those answered. A question just came through, and this goes back to the KYC register. Will you guys provide the KYC certificate that you guys have registered?
Yes, of course. It will be available on our website. We will post it on our social media, on Discord, on Telegram. We'll do our best to make it easy for people to find.
We have a few questions from Clam from Discord. So yes, staking will be staking. Sorry, I'll read it first. So first question is: will staking be staking rewards plus reflections for normal coin sales? Yes. From start, you're gonna just receive reflections. But when we launch that staking platform, when you're gonna be able to launch to stake your tokens, you're gonna get both. What would the focus be to increase the value of the coin over time? So I think we have really good idea for utility, and I think our utility can actually make our project going really high. So in my opinion, we have really good plan to actually go really big with KTO.
Also, I'd like to jump in here for a sec. Our burn wallet will also be receiving reflections. So the burn wallet will be holding 40% of the total supply at launch. So 40% of all reflections that are occurring on the token are going to be going to the burn wallet, automatically making the token deflationary.
Also, I forgot about one more thing. We're gonna use our marketing wallet to do buybacks and to do burns, manual burns, quite often actually. And there's more. How long before launch would contract address be made public on website? Not long.
It will
5
not.
minutes. We don't want to give contract address to anyone before it's fully safe to buy tokens. So firstly, announce contract address on Telegram and Discord and Twitter, and then we're gonna do website.
And that's just another precaution on top of what we've already taken, just to keep it as resilient to bots and snipers as physically possible. So we've seen it happen a million times in launches. We're just doing everything we can to make sure it doesn't happen here.
Thanks, guys. I have another question. You guys answered it before, but I'm pretty sure this person is new. You guys mentioned a max transaction and a max wallet. Will it be lifted or will it remain permanent?
So the max transaction limit will remain permanent. We're not going to lift it. Many people have concerns over that they will be paying more gas than actual worth for the tokens themselves at the max transaction. However, I just want to reiterate that that will be the case only at launch, and later on when the price rises, those 2 trillion tokens are going to be worth considerably more than you would be paying for gas to buy or sell that amount. As for the max wallet, at launch it's going to be at 0.5% of the total supply, and once we reach 50 million market cap, we're looking at increasing that to 1% of the total supply, and then it's going to stay there until basically forever. However, on centralized exchanges, once we start listing on those, there will be no transaction limit and no actual max wallet limit.
Thank you, Johan. WV said, if perhaps I missed it, is staking one fixed time frame? Question mark. 30 days or etc.
Yeah, we answered that already. So we're gonna make 2 options, actually multiple options. So first is gonna be you can stake your tokens without any lock, and you're gonna get a bit smaller return. And second option is locking tokens for different amount of time, from probably 2 weeks to 6 months or 1 year. So each stage is gonna increase rewards.
Thank you, Jerry. Guys, we are going to wrap it up soon. Does anybody have any other questions for the team? Now is the time to ask them.
Is max limit based on total coins or total coins minus burn? It's based on total coins, total supply.
Oh yeah, I see. Yeah.
All right, guys, if there is no more questions, developing team, anything else you want to say to the investors before launch this Friday?
I just want to say, for anyone who hasn't taken part in a launch before, if you don't want your experience to be absolutely horrible or to risk it being horrible in terms of having multiple failed transactions and having to pay the gas for them and losing the amount of gas you've paid for them, what I usually do is I try to submit 1 transaction at the start, and if that fails, I just wait for the pump to cool off, for a little dip after the initial pump, and then I just try to go in with the rest of the amount that I was wanting to go into that token initially. Because I've been there where I have been super determined to get into a token at launch, and I have just gotten failed transaction after failed transaction after failed transaction, paying all that gas fee, and then in the end, when I finally managed to get in, I end up buying right at the top, and then there comes the obvious correction that will naturally happen, and then I basically have lost a lot of money on gas, and then I obviously see my actual investment down like 20%. It doesn't feel good, but obviously if you hold for a longer time, it will go back up eventually, most likely.
Thank you, Johan.
We have one more question. Will the contract be renounced? We can't renounce our contract because of our idea for sliding reflections. So we're gonna basically have to manually change reflections for holders over time and decrease our marketing reflections. Just it will be based on our marketing wallet condition. and our expenses and other stuff. So we're gonna start with 3% reflections, and we want to give people after a few months 9%. So we're gonna increase it every few weeks, I think. And also, there's a plan if we get really big, and if, for example, I mean, if big centralized exchanges will want to list us, or we will want to be listed, we're gonna have to cut all taxes completely, and then I think we're gonna be able to renounce token, because they don't like taxes at all, so they prefer clean tokens.
Yeah.
So we can't really renounce the contract at all. But the second part, where is it? If not, do you have any measures to make sure that max transaction won't be set to 1?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, Johan, you can ask.
We do. The actual function for max transaction that we have on our contract, it will not allow us to set max transaction to anything below 1% or 0.1% of total supply. Any value below that will be rejected by the actual contract. The contract is written by Trinos, and he's really well known in the community because he writes his functions and contracts in a way that avoids the contract being exploited in malicious ways and so on, as much as possible, really. Obviously, he can't make it 100% safe, but like, for example, setting the max transaction to 1 token, we will not be able to do that.
Perfect. Thank you, Johan. 2 people just messaged me this, so they probably don't know, and we can wrap it up with this one, but there is no pre-sale, correct?
Yep,
Yeah.
No pre-sale. Stealth launch, December 3rd.
Perfect. Thank you, guys. Anything else you guys would like to say before we wrap this up?
Just to thank everyone for coming, and thank you for your support. And we'll continue to do these AMAs. We believe it's a good, transparent way of showing you that we're taking this seriously. Hopefully you can see that from this. And yeah, thank you.
Yep, thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
All right. Well, thank you so much, team.